Kelsea Ballerini, chart-topping country singer. She's familiar with The Voice, but I'm so excited for her to finally get her full-time coaching chair alongside some great names, a returning coach from these years. So Kelsea, tell us what it's like to finally be part of the full-time coaches.
I mean, it's such a dream come true. And it was something that I put on my bucket list, like my goal list, when I got to fill in for Kelly Clarkson a couple years ago. She got sick and asked me to fill in for her battle rounds. And I left that experience being like, oh, I so badly want to do this one day. And it was just like the perfect time in my career, in my life to be out of my comfort zone and try something different. Um, and it's just been amazing. Like I love my team, I love the other coaches, I love the whole experience, and I think people are gonna feel like it just feels like mushy gushy. It really does. It's like a love fest. I think everyone's gonna really enjoy it.
So excited to see these blind auditions because that's where it all starts for all of these people aspiring to be these great singers
Yep.
just like you. And you are having some of these great moments. I've seen some of the previews where you have a Blake Shelton button to get his voice. You have someone that sings one of your own songs. I mean, what are these just great moments like?
It definitely helped me get comfortable. I think being a new coach, being the only girl, being up there with these three other men that I grew up on listening to, I needed I needed to get comfortable, and I think having moments where yeah, I had my Blake button where I could just like I love Adam. I couldn't be mean to Adam, but Blake could. So I had the Blake button. Anytime that I needed to interrupt Adam to get to an artist, I would just use the Blake button. Yeah, and there's an amazing artist. I don't want to give too much away, but that sang my song, and I think those are the moments that got me kind of warmed up. And then by the end of Blinds, I was just so giddy and happy, and we were running around um and fighting for these artists and kind of picking on each other, but in like the purest way. And yeah, it's been awesome.
Love to hear that. And as a country singer, you have some kind of added pressure on you because we've had Blake Shelton many years, Reba McEntire, Dan and Shay. The voice is so full of country music fans and country aspiring singers. What is that like for you to kind of step into this role, following all these people and now making it your own as your own coach?
I think for me, I definitely pursued all the country voices on the show, but I will also say that my team represents what I listen to and what I'm inspired by. And that is certainly country music, but that is also a little bit of everything. And I think in my career so far, obviously I'm rooted in country music and it's like the love of my life, but I like music and I listen to everything, and I've collaborated and crossed other genres because if it's fun and it's creatively fulfilling. And so I feel like I've been able to have my finger on the pulse of a couple different genres, and that's been really that was part of the experience so far being a coach, that it was really important to me, is to have a team that reflected truly what inspires me in real life.
Her
In real
music,
life.
obviously, fans love it. Chart topping. I mean, Love Me Like You Mean It, Peter Pan. But you also have a new album that you're out right now promoting on tour. Tell us about where we can see what we need to know for this tour.
It's called the my album's called Patterns. It's I love it. You should go listen to it. And the tour is brand new, and it's my first arena tour. I keep calling it like my first big kid tour, my first big girl tour. It's an hour and a half of like the last 10 years of the music I've gotten to share with the world, and I really tried to make it feel like whatever you're going through and whatever energy you're coming into that show with, it's shared. And so far, that's how I've walked off stage feeling, and so I can't wait to do it a lot more, 32 more times right now.
Love that. That's so exciting to get to go across the country and share that. For my last question, I got to ask. Obviously, this is Adam Levine's first time back in six years on The Voice. I mean, you're both coming in. You're a new full-time coach. He's returning as a coach. Obviously, the pressure is kind of on both of you. What's it like to share that moment with him?
It's I really had this theory that he was going to come in and be rusty. He he wasn't rusty. I mean, he's the OG. He's the OG voice coach, and so I think my seat's positioned between Adam and Michael, and I learned so much by just listening to them and watching them, and even the moments in between, how they operate and navigate doing the show is just, it's like going to school. So yeah, Adam does, he really does bring it this season. Hate to say it, but he
Yeah,
does.
he's always going to fight for his people, but for right now, you can watch The Voice Monday nights on NBC. Thank you so much, Kelsey.